Cleaning business owners, do you feel like it is near impossible to find and keep great cleaners? Well, then give me 5 minutes because I'm going to share the #1 mistake cleaning business owners make during their hiring process and how to avoid it going forward. Hey, what's going on? My name is Mike Mack, founder of AutomatedCleaningBusiness.com, also the author of the Amazon bestseller Pick Up Cash, Not Trash. And over the last 10 years, my wife and I have built 2 wildly successful cleaning businesses in 2 separate states. And in this video, I'm going to show you one change that you can make to your hiring process that'll take you from constantly needing cleaners every 4 to 5 weeks to actually finding people that are going to stay with you for the long term and be really great to deal with in the process. All right, over the last decade, my wife and I had the ability to hire and unfortunately fire a lot of people in hopes of just finding the people who are actually going to stick with us for the long term. You know, our first company was a franchise. We were in New York City, overpopulated, and we couldn't find anybody. When we started the new cleaning company, we moved to another area where it was less people, less populated. I thought it'd be so much harder to find the right type of people because I thought you have to be really picky in order to hire. So with our first cleaning company, even though we were profitable, it never really took off because my wife and I were still having to do so much cleaning. With this company, we wanted to do things differently. We were like, okay, we have to figure out hiring because this is a great business and it would be a shame if we couldn't grow it and scale it. But I was working through a limiting belief. People don't want to work, right? If you have ever thought that, comment below. I want to know because I had that feeling too. Then what I realized was that's not true at all. What was going on was I was hiring the wrong types of people. Let me explain. For my current cleaning company, back in the early days when we decided like, okay, this is the first account we will hire for. This is a good account. If there's good hours here, we're going to find someone great. And my wife and I were just being really super picky throughout the process. Finally selected somebody, right? Let's call him Bob. That wasn't his name. We got Bob to join us on the in-person interview and the walkthrough of the space, and everything seemed pretty good. So it's like, okay, both sides felt like this is going to be mutually beneficial. So Bob was set to start the next day. Bob showed up the next day. It was a little bumpy because instead of cleaning, we spent double the time than we thought we would because Bob had a lot of opinions. Actually, I don't like these mops. I like other mops, and Bob had a lot of experience, and that was exciting for us because we thought that's what we're looking for, just people with a lot of experience. And even though I'm very open to just ways to improve, ways to get better, but I just felt like for your first day of training, we're taking so long in this space, and even when you are cleaning, it doesn't even show that you have the experience you say you have. I just started asking Bob some questions just to try to figure out, hey, tell me a little bit more about your experience. Where did you work? And he told me about this other cleaning service in town. Oh, they did things this way. They had this system. So I started feeling like, wow, what happened? Why are you no longer there? Oh, they closed down. They closed down? You're lecturing me on systems for a company that's no longer exists? Anyway, it didn't end up working out. Why? Bob was way too opinionated. Not that opinions are a bad thing, but when it gets in the way of you working, that is just slowing down the process. It's hurting everything. It was that very night where we had a company-changing epiphany. We need to stop looking for experienced cleaners. So instead, we made the switch. We started looking for people with no experience because that's when we realized like it would be so much more straightforward and easier if they just didn't have any potential hangups in the past. General cleaning is so simple, guys. You don't need to hire people with experience. Guys, this was a breakthrough that helped my company completely take it to the next level because once we made this tweak, we were no longer being held back by our inability to hire great people. Guys, this is one of 10 breakthroughs that really helped shape our cleaning service. And I put a new PDF together because I think it'd be really helpful for you guys to read the 10 commandments of a high ticket cleaning business. In here, I go through those 10 breakthroughs, those epiphanies, just like this one that helped us go from just being full-time cleaners in a side hustle to actually growing a real business with a real profit that we could step away from and ultimately live an actual fulfilling life in the process. Listen, guys, if you want a copy, just drop a comment below. Let me know and we'll send it right over to you. Talk soon.